Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jordan. If you're new here, I just finished my Disney College program spring of 2019. I just wanted to make this video to talk about my overall experience of my program, my role, my location, the classes that I took, the seminars, and just everything that goes into the Disney College program, because maybe you're thinking about applying for the program or your program is getting ready to start. You're just binge watching all the videos like I did. So if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, I didn't make as many videos as I would like to during my program, but when they say you're working like crazy during your program, you are. My role was quick service food and beverage. That was definitely not my top role. It was my least wanted role. In this video, I am going to talk about quick service food and beverage, my expectations, how it actually worked out during my program, if I actually ended up liking it. And so I was quick service food and beverage in Fantasyland Stands. So if you did watch my location reveal, that actually wasn't my location. I did get changed on my first day of training. They switched my location. I was originally front of house at Pinocchio's Village House, which is in Fantasyland as well. It's more of a quick service sit-down restaurant. You go up and order your food and there's more seating. Instead of being at Pinocchio's Village House, I did get moved to Fantasyland Stands, which is 4 locations. So I could work at 4 different locations during my program, which were Gaston's Tavern, Storybook Treats, Friar's Nook, and Prince Eric's Village Market. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. But overall, like I said, quick service food and beverage was definitely not something that I wanted to do on my program, but I actually enjoyed it. Basically, the main difference is if I was at front of house at Pinocchio's, I would have been the counter, kind of like giving the food to the guests, dining room, busing, that kind of thing. I wasn't going to be a part of actually making food that the guests actually ate. Well, at Fantasyland Stands, you can literally be the person in charge of making the food. You can be on cash register. You could be busser. You could be dishes. You could literally be anything. So if you are your location, and when you get your location, if you are at a quick service restaurant, you're either front of house or back of house. You don't really do both. As if you're in stands, like I know it's the same in Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, Frontierland, like they also have stands. So stands is different locations and you can be doing anything. So I could have went in, started my shift, and been on Friars at Friar's Nook and then ended on register. So it was definitely a big adjustment because there were so many different roles that I had to learn just in my role that I've never done before. Like I've never fried. I've never used a fryer in my life. I've never used a steamer. We made brats and hot dogs at Friar's Nook. Just there's a lot of different things that went into Fantasyland Stands that I was not prepared for, but I did get used to it. That is so true. The people that you work with, they make your job so much better, the experience so much better, and it kind of makes me nervous for what's next because I don't know. And my leaders were so awesome and so understanding. Definitely, if you're going into quick service food and beverage, like, I understand the expectations are like low and you think you're gonna be like, I don't know. My expectations were that I was just going to be like basically what it is, like making food, basically just being a part of making food. But you have so much guest interaction. When I was on register, like I got to take guest orders, I got to connect with guests, we do magical moments. I got to do so many ice cream cones at Storybook Treats, like magical moments if we made an extra one. I got to go out of Storybook Treats and give it out to someone in Fantasyland. And same at Gaston's Tavern. If we had extra croissants or anything like that, like our leaders were so open to making magical moments, and I promise that makes it so much easier to do your job and so much more fun. And the amount of guest interaction we get is actually really awesome. Like I met so many awesome guests when I was on register and just connected with them, asked them where they're visiting from, asked them what their favorite character is. Like being in quick service food and beverage definitely surprised me about the guest interaction, and I really did like that. It's definitely like a mix of emotions, but if you did get quick service food and beverage and you are like, oh, should I do it, should I not, and if you're here searching like I did and watching videos about quick service food and beverage, their experience, like do it. It is so worth it. It'll be okay. You could get an awesome location like I did. I could go to work one day and be making ice cream at Storybook Treats. The next day I could do LeFou's Brews and cinnamon rolls at Gaston's. I even did turkey legs and pretzels at Prince Eric's Market. The next thing I want to talk about is my 4 locations and which ones were my favorite and the pros and cons of those. In case you you just found out you did get quick service food and beverage at Fantasyland Stands, this will kind of help you. But if you did get quick service food and beverage in Fantasyland, be so happy. I feel like everyone says this, but the team at Fantasyland Stands and the leaders and everyone that goes into making all of that happen is amazing, and you are so lucky. So basically I wanted to rank my 4 locations from my least favorite to my favorite and just talk about the pros and cons of those. So my least favorite, it's probably obvious, was Friar's Nook. Like I said, I had no background, I had no experience like making food in a kitchen or anything like that. And especially because this is another thing, is when you work like Pinocchio's, they have a kitchen. They have a whole back area of their restaurant that is made for cooking food. Stands is just a little section of Fantasyland or whatever land it's in. Stands, so we have like a limited amount of space, but we have a big menu of crazy things, and they're always changing, that we constantly had to make. So anyways, back to what I was talking about. If I was on register at Nook or even like on the line, I was fine. But when they put me on fryers, I would get a little nervous, or steamers or cooker, because basically the things that are at Friar's Nook is there's mac and cheese, creamy bacon mac and cheese tots, buffalo chicken tots, hot dogs, brats and tots, all kinds of stuff. And if you're a cooker, you're in charge of making all that, so good luck. Some people love Friar's Nook. They love that atmosphere over making ice cream all day, but me, I'd rather stick to my ice cream. So my 4th, my least favorite, was Friar's Nook. Up from then would probably have to be Prince Eric's Village Market, because I only got scheduled there twice during my whole program, and basically it's just like an outdoor market. If you've ever been to Liberty Square Market, I personally didn't even know Prince Eric's Village Market was even there, and I've been to Magic Kingdom plenty of times with the new Fantasyland. And it's basically like this hidden market that's across from the Little Mermaid ride, and if they serve turkey legs, slushies, pretzels, just basically snacks, chips, cookies. We also have like the fruit, the pickles, and drinks. So if you ever just wanted to walk up and grab something quick, and Fantasyland, Prince Eric's Market is super good. And it was nice to be outside, and you got to feel like you could connect to the guests a little bit more. Number 3 was Prince Eric's Village Market. Then on to number 2, which is probably a really hard one, because these 2 were both my favorite locations. I would switch shifts with other people who liked Nook for these shifts, because the thing how it is you either love Nook or you love Treats. So you would switch with people, because people were like, no, I don't want to make ice cream all day, and I was like, no, I don't want to make hot dogs all day, so let's switch. My second favorite would be Storybook Treats. So if you don't know what Storybook Treats is, we serve all kinds of ice cream. It's right next to the Winnie the Pooh ride and across from Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So when I first came to Storybook Treats, we had something called the Tinkerbell cone. Tinkerbell, Pixie Dust, something or other. And basically it was a green cone with key lime ice cream, which is so good. It's the Dole Whip. And then it had cotton candy around the cones and then pixie dust on top. So that was really fun. And then we also had the Maleficent cone for a little bit while I was there. So I liked that because we had seasonal treats and people would come up and of course they want to take their Instagram pictures with them. So it was really fun to be able to do all of these different items while I was only there for a short time. If you don't know, my favorite princess is Rapunzel, and I was so lucky because during my program they actually brought a Lost Princess cone into Storybook Treats. So I spent most of my nights until 2 o'clock in the morning making Lost Princess cones in Fantasyland, and I would say like that's another plus of quick service food and beverage. You could be making ice cream, you could be making Lost Princess cones in Fantasyland. Like, come on, just do the program, quick service food and beverage. Another plus of Storybook Treats is that you got to watch the fireworks every single night if you were closing, and it was like a perfect view. We would watch out of our windows. Our view was of like the Beauty and the Beast castle, and we saw the fireworks over that. They played the music throughout Fantasyland, of course, and it was just one of my favorite memories. Will always be the view from Storybook Treats and watching Happily Ever After every night. It was just something, like, my last night of working, I closed Storybook Treats, and now I appreciate Fantasyland as a fireworks spot so much more than I did before. But basically, I got to make cookie sundaes. Right now they have a brand new cookie dough sundae, which is really good, and it was super fun to be there while the whole Dole Whip things came out, to be a part of that, and people coming up and they're like, oh, we just got the hey hey cone, we're here for the Lost Princess cone, and then they're on their way for the Adventure is Out There cone from Anti-Gravity. So that was like a cool thing, and I love that Disney did that while I was there. Storybook Treats would definitely be my second favorite, and then on to my number one, my favorite place to work during my Disney college program in Fantasyland was definitely Gaston's Tavern. It's funny because I never went to these places before I worked here. Like, I was always in Fantasyland, and I don't know why I never went to Gaston's Tavern. Why I never tried a warm, huge cinnamon roll and a LeFou's brew. So during my program, if you have never been to Gaston's Tavern, go to Gaston's Tavern, get a cinnamon roll. They are huge and they taste so good, and they're warm. We make them all day, every day. They also have this drink called the LeFou's brew. Basically, I got screamed at. I don't know why this is my favorite location, because I did get screamed at by guests at Gaston's Tavern the most. If you don't know, Magic Kingdom is a dry park, which means that we don't serve alcohol except at the sit-down dining experiences, and you usually need a reservation to get in, like Be Our Guest, the Plaza, Tony's on Main Street. So you do need a reservation, and you do have to eat to purchase alcohol. So it's not like Epcot. You can't drink around the world at Magic Kingdom. You can't drink like you do at Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom. You can't walk around with alcohol. Anyways, on to my rant about what I had to say a million times a day. Sorry, we don't serve alcohol, blah, blah, blah. So people would come in because it is called a LeFou's brew. Basically, we had dads come up who've been having a long day. They're pushing the stroller, and they're like, I'm here for the beer. And I'm like, sorry, sir, we don't serve beer. So the LeFou's brew it is frozen apple cider, and then we put 2 pumps toasted marshmallow syrup, and then it is topped with mango passion fruit foam. So it's super refreshing on a hot day. You can get it in a souvenir cup, which I got. So if you haven't watched my last video, but I went around to all 4 of my locations during the last week of my program and ate some things from all of them and showed you guys, and it was really fun. My sister came to visit, so I thought that was a fun video idea. And I got the LeFou's brew in the cinnamon roll, and you can see it, how big it is and how much I love it. The atmosphere in Gaston's Tavern, I'll never get the music out of my head. It was like a constant loop of the Gaston song and Be Our Guest, and it was just like one of my favorite places to ever be. And now I have to go there every single time I'm in Magic Kingdom because I love it so much. It was just, I was so lucky to work in Magic Kingdom. When I went into my program, if you honestly watch my video, I think it was the DCP bucket list or something like that. DCP tag, that's what it was. Disney Point. The DCP tag. You'll honestly see that Magic Kingdom, I did not want to work there. It was honestly my last choice, and so was quick service food and beverage, of course, but look what worked out, because working at Magic Kingdom, like, the way it got explained to me is if you're going to Disney World, you're most likely going to Magic Kingdom if you're not going to any other park. It's where the magic literally happens, and just being able to be a part of the Magic Kingdom cast meant a lot to me. After rambling on for, like, it says literally 20 minutes because my camera just stopped recording. After rambling on and just chatting, overall, this whole video is basically about you just got into the Disney College program and you're nervous because you just got quick service food and beverage. There are so many places that you could work that would be so much more than what you're thinking of. So you could work in Animal Kingdom, making ice cream, or like, I always think about that, like the ice cream truck across from Rivers of Light and Mount Everest. Like, that would be so much fun to work at. Like, you could work at a resort, you could work so many places. Like, imagine like the Dole Whip. What if you got to do pineapple Dole Whip at Aloha Isle all day, or work at the Contemporary or the Polynesian quick service. Like, there's so many places you can work that are so much bigger than the thought inside your head. It's just something so much bigger than what you're thinking of. Quick service food and beverage is a huge bubble. You can work so many places, you're gonna meet so many amazing people, and just do it. Like, it'll be okay. And then you'll get to make a video just like this saying how much you loved your Disney College program and you never wanted it to end. Quick service food and beverage exceeded all my expectations. Overall, I'm sad my Disney College program has come to an end. I watched these videos before my program and never really realized how much the Disney College program would change me and how much I would grow as a person. I feel like I appreciate so much more. I've worked with people from all over the world, and it really was an amazing journey. And if you're thinking about applying, do it. If you're thinking about whether it's worth it to go, if you just got in, just do it. Honestly, was the best semester of college if you're doing it in college. Like, to be able to take off a semester, I didn't take off because I still took online classes, but to be able to spend a semester working at Disney World was just an amazing experience, and I suggest everyone do it. Even if you don't know what you want to do, even if you don't think you ever want to work at Disney World. What I'm trying to say is, for me, the Disney College program was everything that I wanted and more. It didn't take away the magic. I appreciate Walt Disney World 10 times more, 100 times more than I did before. Being a cast member is something that you can't explain, and of course it is not for everyone. Some people hate it, some people lose that magic. Being a cast member for me has meant so much, and I really like it, and I wasn't ready for it to end, so I'm really excited to announce my next journey in my next video. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for following along, and even like all the people on Instagram who were there when I was working, and all the people who visited on my program. Like, I had people who would come up to me at Storybook Treats and I would make their Lost Princess cone, and it was so cool. The Disney College program is awesome. Do it. You get to make ice cream till 2 o'clock in the morning at Magic Kingdom. One last thing I want to say is, if you watch my DCP tag and you hear me say that quick service food and beverage was my least wanted role, it was. But I can honestly say, after my program, Fantasyland Stands like has my heart. Like, I was so sad to leave there. I never thought that I could love like a location so much, and like Gaston's Tavern and Storybook Treats. Since I started in Fantasyland, I feel like Fantasyland will always have my heart. It's where I spent so much of my time and was there so late, and some nights we even got to walk around Fantasyland once the land was clear. And like, Fantasyland just has my heart, and I just want to thank you guys for watching this video and following along. Make sure to go follow my Instagrams. I'll link them down below if you want to find out more and more up-to-date things, because obviously I don't make videos very often as much as I should or as much as I want to, but my Instagram is up to date. If you are new and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and like and comment any video ideas. Or if you just finished your Disney College program, your thoughts, or if you're a Disney College program alumni. Like, I love just talking with you guys, or like message me on Instagram. I think that's so much fun. I just want to say one last time that the Disney College program was amazing, and I never wanted it to end, but sadly it has come to an end, and I am officially a DCP alumni. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys at the next one when I announce maybe my new role at Disney World. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. Best boss ever. I can finally get my nails done after quick service. That is one pro of being done. I can finally get my nails done.